Hey, it's the 3rd of December 2016 and it's International Patient Solidarity Day. Yay! Which means that patient communities all around the world remember today to work together and to show solidarity. And this is particularly important because much of this tradition comes actually from the HIV and AIDS world. This was one of the first large and strong patient communities that stood up for its rights and started to fight for better medication, faster clinical trials and drug approvals, and against stigma and discrimination. You know that all diseases, but especially infectious diseases such as HIV or hepatitis, viral hepatitis, but also disfiguring diseases, stigmatize and generate a basis for discrimination against people, against patients. And this seems to be quite pervasive. There's quite much literature into how discrimination and stigma are problems for patients of any kind or of any disease. But some diseases are particularly difficult, such as cancer or tuberculosis or hepatitis or HIV. So therefore it's particularly important as well that we do something together and we fight in order to overcome stigma and discrimination. Also, there is the first National HIV PrEP Summit going on in San Francisco right now. So much of my work today was related to communicating, or rather relaying information from this conference where my colleagues and friends participate. So to relay this information to other members of the community and to the larger audience on Twitter and on Facebook. You can read our tweets here on this address, which are written by me and a couple of other people. And also there is a Facebook page, here's the address, where you can follow the European AIDS Treatment Group's updates from the National HIV PrEP Summit in San Francisco. So some of our members, some of my colleagues are there, I'm not, but I follow the conference from home, and I retweet and repost and write posts on Facebook to inform people about how this debate is going. You know, PrEP, it's a very interesting thing. It's a pill which allows people to prevent contracting HIV. So you take this pill, there are various methods. You can take it continuously every day, or you can also take it intermittently. There are different methods, but it prevents contracting HIV at very high efficiency. However, it's expensive for the moment, and also there's a huge number of political, if you like, moral questions and issues about who should get it, who should have a prescription for PrEP, how do you find those communities that are eligible, or if you like, that should get PrEP or this preventive treatment. And also there's a lot of scientific work to be done around this still, which is particularly in the field of social sciences rather than biomedical science, because the biomedical evidence about the effectiveness of PrEP is already there, has been there for more than 2 years, or 2 years now, more or less. So, but you know, this is also a very interesting question, because in some parts of my region, in Central and Eastern Europe, we still have communities of people living with HIV who don't have access to treatment, to HIV treatment. So people who already live with HIV but have no access to treatment. So the question arises, who should have access to preventive treatment, and we say that everybody who needs it should get access. So of course this means that you have to upscale treatment availability and the availability of PrEP or of prevention at the same time. And this is not an easy thing to do in political and economic settings, which are resource poor, cash strapped, and mostly ruled by conservative governments, which bring moral arguments and work together with churches in these questions, in these matters. So it's an interesting thing, and we will talk more about PrEP as days go by, because it's very high on the agenda. So this is more or less it, what concerns me today. Stay safe.